How annoying is it when you see business owners and entrepreneurs on social media and these online gurus or coaches or whatever, and they're out there pushing their message, and it seems like they never lose. It seems like their message is just, I just keep winning, follow me and I'll teach you everything. And for as long as I've done this online business game, I've thought that the people that I look up to don't ever lose. That's the mindset. It creates this feeling that I must be doing something wrong because everything feels so anxiety riding and so tense because I don't know if something will work. I don't know if my skills are good enough to be able to get new clients and make a lot of money. I don't know if even being rich and having a lot of money is even for me. Am I even good enough to do that? Maybe that's just reserved for a certain type of person. Maybe that's not for me. And today, as I'm sitting here in my little apartment in the south of France in Nice, I'm watching a storm roll in right now, which is fucking sick. And I can't believe this is my life, to be honest. But as I sit here, I got a voice message from one of my online clients, and he asked me about this exact thing. We do voice message access where I just help a handful of guys who are doing online business, and I just help them along their process. And he said, how do you deal with anxiety, second guessing yourself, even thinking if you're good enough to do your business? And he goes, I'm not sure if you even deal with that, but I would just love your advice on it. And it's funny because I got to take myself back to when I was first starting and realize that I had the same thoughts and feelings. I thought that the guys who were winning didn't feel those things. And now that I'm a little bit further into my journey, wait, let me just show you this because that's the south of France, by the way. It's too good not to show you. But now that I'm a little bit further on in my journey and I've gotten a bit further ahead, I'm doing some decent money and I'm fully online. I'm able to travel. I just booked my flights home just today, and I had to kind of like remind myself. I'm like, fuck, this is pretty cool. I just bought business class flights from Greece back home to Melbourne with Emirates, and it cost me something like $7,500. And it's just like, that's just something that I can do with my life now. Holy fuck. Maybe I can do this thing. Maybe still at 34 years old and still working it out, I feel like I can do this thing. I just want you to know that if you're in the same boat, that feeling never goes away. The anxiety and the nerves and the second guessing and the heart pounding out of your chest when you get on a sales call and the feeling of not thinking you're good enough, doesn't matter what level you're at, it never goes away. That's the first thing you need to know. Second thing you need to know is everybody deals with it. Doesn't matter what level they're at, they all deal with it. Every single one of them deal with it. The anxiety doesn't go away. The second guessing doesn't go away. The feeling of, am I good enough to do this, never disappears. Everybody experiences it. And that's a reminder for myself as much as it is for you watching this. And the third thing that I think is probably the most profound thing that I could possibly pass on is the ones who win and do well and succeed and make a lot of money and seem like they've got the ball on the string, so to speak. The ones who win feel all of those emotions. They don't let it define them, and they do what they were going to do anyway. Because entrepreneurship and online business and success and money, it comes to those who are willing to risk and put themselves in a place of risk, because you're not going to win everything. And that is the literal definition of entrepreneur, is chasing profit in hope. Starting a business and chasing money in the hope for profit. That is literally the definition of an entrepreneur. And it's as simple as that. And the only thing that separates those who win and those who don't are those who are willing to take the risk. And you're just going to be faced You are just going to be faced with every single level is going to have a new challenge. At every level I got to, I went from zero, I found myself at eventually at 10K a month. And I thought that was the holy grail. I was like, this is going to be, my life's just going to be so much better when I reach this. Now I'm at about 50K a month and I feel like I'm only just getting started. And that was exacerbated by getting to Monaco yesterday because holy fuck, that joint is unbelievable. There's every second person who just looked like they're a celebrity and they're just all just minted. And they all have supercars. And I just felt like a small fry, absolute just piece of dirt. And that was very inspiring. But every single level requires a different version of you. And that version of you is someone you haven't become yet. And to become that version, you must step into the uncomfortable and the unknown. It's just part of it. And I can tell you that from experience because even though I'm at 50K a month, I feel like I'm just getting going. I feel like I'm just getting started in business. I don't even know if this is what I want to do for the rest of my time. But I make these videos now to try and kind of help you realize that it's a never-ending cycle of constant challenge. And entrepreneurship isn't about what you get from it. It's about who you become. It's really fucking cliche, I know, but it's the truth. It's who you become, and you have fun along the way doing a bunch of stuff. And I'm traveling really for the first time in a different time zone with my business. And I've been nervous and worried sick the whole time because my level of service that I give my clients to be able to get paid is on the clock usually back home in Melbourne, and it's all my clients are Australian based, well most of them. I just saw a flash of lightning, that was amazing. And the nerves and the feeling of loss, potential loss, like what happens if a client needs me and I'm asleep? Like it never goes away, man. And so I've had to be challenged as much as the next person. It doesn't matter what level you're at. There's always just like a new challenge that you've got to face. And so that the answer is that the feelings and the nerves and the anxiety is something that will stay you forever through your journey. And the becoming of the next version of yourself is the thing that allows you to step into those fears and understand that you're going to have to do that to be able to get to your next level. So the person that you become, you just get better at dealing with those things. You get better at dealing with nerves. You get better at dealing with the heart pounding out of the chest when you go on the sales call. Repetition is the only way to beat it. It's the only way to beat it. And the reason the bar is set so low for success these days is because most people aren't willing to do that. So it's good news for you. You're already ahead of most people, and I'm sort of regurgitating information that I hear online these days, but it's true, and I see it a lot. Is that like even I've been scared to make moves of the next business because I'm like, fuck, will it work? I'm not going to know unless I test it. I'm not going to know unless I get myself out there and I do it. And that's really what it comes down to. You separate yourself from the rest of the people by doing the thing you say you were going to do, regardless of how good you think you do it or not. That's the whole game. And I think my best advice is feel the fear and do it anyway. It's kind of like when you go and pick up girls. It's not what you have, what you look like, how you dress. You know, it's those things have far less anchorage on whether you get the girl or not versus how you approach the situation. The energy that you give off. Are you a confident person? That is the thing that shows up first. Sure, being attractive and having good clothes on and having a bit of cash behind you helps. But it is not the main thing. And it's the same in business. The way that you approach a scenario, the way that you show up, and the way that you just look at the challenge, face it dead in the face and go, I am scared to shit and I'm gonna fucking do this anyway. And fumble your way through that shit and learn and do it better next time. And I think Adam Sullivan says this best because he says it to everybody. You watch his question boxes. I really look up to Adam because of his approach to business. And it's real simple. It's make mistakes fast and learn from them and then do what's right and what works. And that's literally it. That's how he's been able to amass his fortune and his online business. And you'll find the clues of those things in all successful people. it has nothing to do with the blueprint of strategy. It has nothing to do with some kind of secret matrix fucking strategy that will allow you to move through it and win anyway, just because you decided to follow some step-by-step process that someone laid out for you. It doesn't exist. Be scared, do it anyway, feel the emotion, it never goes away. I think that's all I wanted to say. If you have any other questions or anything, let me know. I'm going to sit and watch this storm roll in or roll out, whatever it's doing, in Nice in France. Life's pretty good, man. And I hope to make more videos about online business, doing what I did kind of thing, you know, and just be real about it. That's why I do the direct point and shoot shots, because I'm like, I think what I say is probably going to be more valuable than doing some perfectly edited, scripted bullshit. And that one came just from a question that I got asked today, and I got me inspired to talk about it. So I hope that was helpful for somebody. Catch ya.